Hey guys, welcome to my very first review ever. Today I am wanting to review Darksiders 3, a game I just finished like 5 minutes ago. And in my opinion, Darksiders 3 is the best of the series, and I'm gonna tell you why. Um, don't worry, this video is not gonna be having spoilers. I'm only gonna be showing footage from the early on in the game. So Darksiders 3 is in my opinion the best games of the three games, but that's not everyone's opinion because Dark Souls 3 for me was a blast that I played non-stop from start to finish. The game lasted me about 15 hours on the challenging difficulty and default combat gameplay. Um, Darksiders 3 has default combat and classic combat. I play default, which is apparently more like a Dark Souls gameplay, that you gotta dodge and if you die, you lose your stuff and you restart from the checkpoint. The bonfire, if you want to say that. Um, and the classic, I think, is more like Darksiders 1 and 2. I haven't checked it out yet. So I really loved Darksiders 1 and 2, but the games felt kinda easily, like God of War. Just mashing buttons and just doing hack and slash, which is a good thing. It's fun to play those games. But for me, Darksiders 3, that's where the game did it right for me. The gameplay felt more like a Souls games on the default. Um, I'm a huge fan of Dark Souls and Souls-like. Um, it still has the fun combos and the great secondary weapons, which are better than Darksiders 1 and 2. I don't remember if Darksiders 1 had secondary weapons, but it's not just a hack and slash. You gotta learn the boss fights and the mobs and dodge perfectly and not fight a bunch of enemies at once or you will die very easily. At least on the difficulty I played through. I played the challenging difficulty. Um, the other gameplay setting is classic, like I said, so I didn't try that. I'm gonna have to go back and try it. So like I said, I'm a huge fan of the Souls game. I played them all in order. They came out, including Demon Souls on PS3, and I love these type of games because it's difficult, it's punishing, but it's so satisfying. When you beat this boss that was kicking your ass for hours. That's kind of how I felt with Darksiders, but less punishing. It was still punishing, but not as great a punishment as the Souls games. So now I'm gonna talk about the gameplay. The gameplay really has the same style as the previous two games. They have really cool attacks with the both main and secondary weapons. The secondary weapons, in my opinion, are better in the third game compared to Darksiders 2. Um, I'm not gonna say why, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna prefer it more if you play the game as well. Um, you gotta do good timing dodges, and that makes it super fun because you gotta learn and look at the bosses and what they do. The problem I had with it's just a small problem is the jumping sometimes gets annoying. For example, when I was trying to do a double jumping to get onto a ledge or a platform, your character will always like gets blocked from an invisible wall, like it's wanting to grab onto the ledge, the border of the ledge. It's not a big deal though, like I said. Um, that's the only gameplay problem I had. And all the bosses, in my opinion, are really fun, looks great, and they're amazing, except one of them, which I'm not gonna spoil which one it is. Now for the sound. I think the music for me really hit the spot. It felt suiting for the Souls-like style. Uh, there's some beautiful and chill music playing while exploring, and some badass music in boss fights, which makes it cooler than having no music in boss fight, right? The voice acting was good, as well as especially for Fury, which sounded like she was furious the whole game, which makes sense, but it was done right, if you ask me. Um, I really liked her voice. I don't know, it was just fitting for me. I liked it. I noticed sometimes the sounds were like not always there. Like if I was stepping on water, there was no watery sounds, watery noises um, coming out from the walking around. But that's not a big deal. That's I was mainly looking for the sound at this point, and I noticed this. Now for the story, I'm not gonna be spoiling it, but the story follows in the previous games. So yes, it's needed to play Darksiders 1 and 2 before the third game. Um, it's kind of predictable. You can see where the game is going, but yeah, it's a simple story, but I think it's a good story. I liked it. The ending was the best, I think, of the three games. I heard there's two endings in Darksiders 3, but like I said, I just finished the game like 10 minutes ago. Now for the world design. Most of the game I loved its world design. It had vibrant colors, also dark caves, destroyed cities with overgrown like by trees and grass. I really like that. Um, it was pretty varied, like Darksiders 2 did. If you played that, it has like a bit of everything. Also for this game, for the world, there's no mini map. I think that's the first game. Yeah, that's the first game to have no mini maps for Darksiders. So it's pretty linear, but at the same time, it's all in this open world that connects together, just like Dark Souls 1, for example. Like you can go forward, and then at some point you'll find a shortcut that leads you back to, for example, the main hub, I guess. But yeah, it's a big world, but it's very linear. I liked it like that. It was fine. I don't need a big open world for me to enjoy the game. Plus, like I said, the world design was really good, in my opinion. Now for the graphics. I think Darksiders 3's graphics were good, really good, but I wonder if maybe too good. Well, it's not like Red Dead Redemption. It's not like insane graphics, but uh, the game was often having frame drops. I'm not sure if it's on my end or the game's end, but it seemed like whatever graphic settings I would go for, either maximum, lowest, or middle, however I was changing the graphic settings, the game would often get frame drops under 30 FPS in some places, not everywhere. Sometimes it was running perfectly, and then suddenly, boom, everything just goes down a lot, and the frame drops. I have an AMD graphic card. I did not look it up if the game is more optimized for NVIDIA, but that might be just on my end. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you loved Darksiders 1 and 2, and you love Souls-like games, this is definitely worth buying for me. If you're not sure about the last hack and slash type of it, then I would say wait for a sale, try it out. Um, if you don't like it, get a refund. There's a classic gameplay mode, like I said, which I will have to look it up, and I will edit it in the description of the video. Um, but yeah, it's definitely a good game for the series, and I think the Souls-like type of gameplay they went with this one is a good direction for the game. I think it made the gameplay a lot more fun than what it was before. So yeah, that's definitely worth a buy for me. And if you pick it up, let me know what you think. And like I said, this is my first review ever. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy Darksiders. Have a good day.
Dreams more thrilling than reality. Had I known the new pact would be so exciting, I would have let walls separate my head from my neck then and there. Is it possible to die of boredom?